Hello everyone, my name is HK Francis and this is the Link Hour TV. Now, unlike my usual sporting activities, today I'm going to be switching gears into religion. And we're going to be talking about humans and religion. And to help me with that, in the studio today, I have Mr. Oscar Nze. It's very good to have you here with me. Mr. Oscar, do you mind telling us a little about yourself?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Well, uh, I'm Oscar Nze, and I think the most interesting thing about myself would be my love for knowledge. Uh, I think from as early as I can remember, I've always tried to know, to understand myself, the world, and everything around me. And of course, that led me to the love of books. Books were like a place I could discover things, discover myself, and have answers to my questions.
All right. It's very good to have you in the studio with me today. So let's go straight into it. Do you mind telling me what your take or your view on religion is?
Okay, so religion is basically cosmology,
Okay.
is a way of looking at life,
Okay.
a way of looking at the world and ourselves, and trying to make meaning out of it.
All right.
So religion is all about meaning, trying to make meaning about. In fact, religion actually is a very human thing in the sense that humans are beings that make meaning. So you can watch from a child begins to ask, "What is this? What is that? What is the other one?" So human beings are by nature meaning making beings. They make meaning, they try to understand what they're looking at and know how to relate to it. They also try to understand themselves and their place in the world. And basically, so religion is a way of deriving meaning
Okay.
for our existence as human beings. So in that you have stories, you have religious stories, you have myths, you have you know religious wisdom stories and things like that from which human beings derive meaning for their existence, trying to have answers to questions of existence. Who am I? What am I doing here? Where did I come from? And is there something beyond this world? Where am I going to if I die, after I die? And that those kind of questions. So that's what religion really is about meaning, is about origin, is about destiny, is about purpose. What am I doing here? And the future.
So with that being said, I'll just like to know what your thoughts or your view on the origin of religion is. Where does religion come from? Where does it originate from?
Okay, so like I said, it's a very human thing to try to make meaning of our existence and understand. So religion actually has like broadly two bases in its origin.
All right.
One is the explanation of the world around us, and two is the pursuit of meaning, the seeking of meaning. So let me explain what I mean.
Okay.
So imagine you are born in this world. We may not be able to relate to that now as modern human beings, but if you could imagine yourself as your ancestors, maybe going 10,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago, and now imagine you are seeing the world for the first time. You have no prior knowledge, and there was no body of knowledge like we have today. So everything you're looking at, everything you're seeing is new to you. But a human being is a rational being. He wants to know, he wants to make sense. What is this? What is a rainbow? What is the sky? What is this lightning and thunder?
Okay.
He's trying to explain the world, natural phenomenon. Uh, so for example, uh, you look at the phenomenon of rainbow, and our forefathers, our ancestors, human ancestors, they looked at the rainbow and they wanted to know what is that. So take the Igbo cosmology for example.
All right.
They look at the rainbow and they come up with a story. The rainbow is actually like a big python in the sky, and that is how they explain to their mind and give their mind that relief. Because if you don't have answer, it has this psychological effect that upsets you, that upsets your balance as a human being. So those answers give you comfort, give you balance, mental, psychological, and emotional balance. So it wasn't correct, of course. The rainbow is not a python in the sky, but that was the answer they had. So it was a done deal. They could live their life, okay, knowing that this is a python, and you avoid it if you're in the river and it's raining. With the chances of a rainbow coming up, you come out of the river so that just like a python, it doesn't swallow you. So that's it. Then you take the same concept, the same phenomenon of a rainbow, into different cultures in the world, and they have different answers and stories to explain what the rainbow is. Or you take something like lightning. In our Igbo cosmology, our ancestors looked at lightning and they tried to understand what is that. So it's like you're seeing all of these things for the first time and you want to know what is this, and then you come up with something like Amadioha, for example. So you're giving birth. Human beings are giving birth to gods as explanation for natural phenomenon and the forces of nature and the behavior of nature. So it's a lightning. You don't know what it is. You don't know anything about lightning. So what you call it Amadioha, meaning the way it strikes. That's basically what it means. It's a strike. But unlike slapping somebody or striking a person, this particular strike, lightning strike, strikes the generality of people. It's over everyone. So that's the meaning of the onha. Okay. Whereas the to slap, to something like that. So they say he's a god in the sky, a god of lightning. And then you try to appease it because you are afraid. That's one of the origins. You are afraid. So you try to appease it so it doesn't kill you. The same way you try to appease other forces because you think they are really some kind of conscious entities, acting in nature.